guys, it's Antoinette the Confident Woman, and welcome back to my channel where we discuss all things relating to confident living. Now, this time of the year, a lot of travel companies are still doing their sales. So as people plan their holidays and look at the different packages, I thought I would do this video to help you not only in your decision making, but to also make sure that you save yourself some buck and ultimately enjoy yourself. As usual, all of this information is based off of my experience, and if you have any other suggestions, please feel free to leave them below in the comment section. Now let's get straight into it. First things first, you need to decide what sort of holiday you want. Whatever you decide will determine what sort of destination you pick and the accommodation that's best for you. The battle of the hotel versus resort. Again, this all depends on the place you visit and the type of holiday you want. For instance, if you visit a small island, you may want to stick to a resort and choose accommodation in a hotel, or use places like Airbnb if you're going to a much larger city with plenty to do and explore. The likelihood is that you spend most of your day out, so you won't really need the usual perks that an all-inclusive resort has to offer. If you want, I can do a more in-depth video on this, like the pros and cons of both, so hit me up in the comment section. Wherever you choose to stay, always ask for a free upgrade. A lot of the times they have empty rooms, and this works better if you're going on holiday for like a special occasion, honeymoon, landmark, birthday, anniversary. Mention it to them. If you don't ask, you won't get it, and you just never know. This has worked on a number of occasions for us, and that's why I'm suggesting it. Now, if you're a couple going away on your honeymoon, like a vacay, anniversary, and you don't necessarily have to have it all quiet and all zen down and all that, but you want to get some activities in, or you want a more wider variety or choice. Although there are a number of adult-only resorts out there, consider going to a family resort, simply because they will offer you a lot more in terms of activities, wider eatery. The options are endless because, as the name says, they're catering to a wider audience. So if you don't mind seeing a couple of kids on the beach, it might be worth looking into. Plus, if you travel outside of the school holidays, i.e. term time, there's a very slim chance of you bumping into children, and you still get the benefits at a great price. Now, if you're traveling on a package holiday and they're offering you excursions, tours, stuff like that, or the hotel you're staying in has some really good deals, you may want to wait until you get to your destination before you book anything like the activities, excursions, tours, whatever. Simply because if you get there, you might snag a better deal locally. Now, you need to be careful here so that you're not duped, and depending on where you're going, a lot of local companies do excursions, boat rides, all of that for a fraction of the cost that the hotels or resorts offer it. Most of the time they're safe and secure, and you're cutting out the middleman, so you're saving yourself some money. But like I said, always be careful and alert. On that note, always try and strike up conversation with the locals or hotel staff that are not at the front desk. They will always know the best spots in town at the right price, the great deals that you can get, and yeah, they'll point you in the right direction. Additionally, always be willing to haggle. Don't settle for the first price that you're given, which nicely takes me on to my next point. Haggle, 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 especially when you're going to places like local markets. They expect this, so don't pay the first price you hear. I should do a separate video on haggling. You can call me the haggle queen. So let me know in the comment section if this is something you're interested in, because I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Ask as many questions as you can on the culture of the resort or the hotel that you're staying in, so you know what's generally expected, and it prevents you, for instance, from finding out on your last day that you had access to XYZ and you had no clue because you didn't use the service or the benefit. I found a lot of places simply don't tell you these things. They expect you to find out yourself. Maybe because they want to save some money, but hey ho, find out what is included in your price and what's not. And there can also be a lot of hidden costs, so do your research beforehand. And don't forget that in a lot of places it's customary to tip, so you just want to have that in mind so you're budgeting and you're not ending up in an embarrassing situation. Be smart and maximize the use of your credit card if you own one. You can get so many benefits like free rentals, air miles, even free flights or upgrades on your flight, like going first class. This all depends on your travel frequency and the points that you amass, but I must admit Americans enjoy this a lot more than us over here because their system seems to be built around credit, but you can get one or two good deals over here. And please note, if you have no self-control when it comes to spending and you're not financially disciplined, you know that a credit card is only going to get you into debt as opposed to helping you out and get the benefits out of stuff, then just don't get one. It's not worth it. It's like leaving alcohol in a room with an alcoholic. And as a tip, always use your credit card in credit, basically meaning you have the cash to reimburse it. If you're booking online and you're using sites like booking.com, always turn on private browsing incognito, because a lot of these sites have cash and they will raise their prices whilst you're browsing, or if you visit the site again. Now, this happened to us several times before we actually realized exactly what was going on. You may also want to try calling the hotel directly to say, oh, you've seen a cost online, blah de blah de blah. Is there anything that they can do for you or offer you a better deal or move you up to a different suite? You can grab yourself a great discount by doing this. Always mark your baggage as fragile, especially if, well, you have fragile or expensive gear in it. This is a tip I've learned from a friend, and I found it a great way to ensure that my baggage is handled correctly and my luggage tends to be the first that comes out. On that note, always carry stuff like your laptop or expensive cameras, stuff like that in your hand luggage, because it will tend to be a lot safer and you always know where it is. Avoid traveling on dates like Friday through to Monday. These days tend to be the busiest, and so therefore would be a lot more expensive to travel on. So if you're flexible on your dates, pick another date in the week and you might end up saving yourself a bit of money that way. Finally, always read reviews of the place that you're staying in, just as a general overview. This might seem obvious, but it's a step that a lot of people skip, and it's so essential because it can prevent you from ending up booking something that you didn't envisage, or you realize that what you're booking isn't as it was advertised. And always remember that there's a tendency that you get what you pay for. So the likelihood is if you're going really cheap, then you might not get what you bargained for. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there for now. I hope you got one or two things from that. And if you have any other suggestions, please leave them below, because I can benefit from it and other people as well. And whether you choose to travel this year or not, always remember to take time out of your busy schedule to just relax and recuperate, because it's essential. Until next time, remember, it's one step at a time to becoming confident. Bye for now.